I'm dead ass.
Beyonce is no doubt one of the most influential artists of the decade, but is she really the angel we all think she is? If there's one thing Katt Williams is popular for, it's jumping on the internet and posting the most controversial hidden truths about some of the biggest stars in the industry. But this time, he didn't just aim for the star. Katt Williams aimed for the queen of Hollywood herself, Beyonce. Katt Williams might just be entering dangerous waters by targeting the queen bee herself. I mean, who am I kidding? The beehives would literally swarm his DMs with some stinging insults. Perhaps that was why he decided not to mention names, but simply point fingers. But let's be honest anyway, this isn't the first time that Katt has gone under fire by a fan base, so I'm pretty sure a few stings from the beehive would pose any threat to him. So just what did Katt Williams say this time anyway, and why are the beehives so intent on shedding his blood? Well, it turns out that Katt recently shared some incriminating information that didn't just put Beyonce's entire career in jeopardy, but also threatened to reveal a lot of underground drama in the music industry. Prior to Katt Williams' recent outbursts on how some of Hollywood's biggest stars had gotten to where they are with some dirty tricks, Beyonce was already being put under fire for not promoting Chloe Bailey's album or the twins' work as much as she should have in the past few years. Chloe and Hailey were once hailed as the industry's next big thing. After all, they had just gotten signed by one of the biggest artists in the world at the time, so how did Chloe and the twins manage to go from being the talk of the world to being one of the most underrated artists of the decade? The saga begins in 2013 with Beyonce, riding high on the success of her groundbreaking self-titled album, stumbled upon a cover of her song Pretty Hurts performed by Chloe and Hailey. Impressed by their raw talent and vocal prowess, Beyonce wasted no time in offering them a lifeline, a record deal with Parkwood Entertainment. For the sisters, it was a dream come true, an opportunity to learn from the best and carve out their own place in the music industry. With Beyonce as their mentor, expectations were sky high for Chloe and Hailey's debut album. After all, they had the perfect recipe for success: a powerhouse label, a devoted fan base, and the unwavering support of Queen Bee herself. Yet, when I'm Pieces finally hit the market on March 31st, 2023, the reception was underwhelming, to say the least. Despite the sisters' undeniable talent and the backing of their mentor, the album sold a mere 10,000 units in its first week, a far cry from the chart-topping success many had anticipated. As fans and critics alike were stunned by Chloe's less than stellar numbers, fingers began to point in one direction: towards Beyonce herself. According to DJ Envy and others, Beyonce's failure to promote Chloe and Hailey's album on her vast social media platforms played a significant role in its commercial disappointment. With over 319 million followers on Instagram alone, Beyonce possessed the power to catapult her proteges to superstardom with a single post. Yet, when it came to promoting In Pieces, her silence was deafening. Now, before we dive into Queen Bee's possible reasons for not supporting her artist, why don't you give the thumbs up button a huge push? Also, click on the subscribe and bell icon to get instant notifications on new videos. So, why would Beyonce, a global icon with such a large social media presence, refuse to help her artists grow? After all, we've seen stars like Usher pushing their young trainees such as Justin Bieber to dizzying heights of fame. But here's the word on the street. Rumor has it that Beyonce views Chloe and Hailey as potential rivals and also feels threatened by their awe-inspiring talent and rising star power. In an industry notorious for its cutthroat competition, some theorize that Beyonce deliberately withheld her support in a bid to prevent her own personal artists from overshadowing her own legacy. Chloe and Hailey are two incredibly talented young women, and it's easy to see how captivating their voices are, which is why it's surprising why the sisters are yet to have garnered an even greater fan base. Despite the fact that Beyonce was constantly dragged and called out on social media, she said nothing regarding why she couldn't make a single post on social media to promote two of her most promising signees. However, amidst the swirling rumors and speculation, Chloe herself came forward to defend her mentor, insisting that Beyonce had always supported her and her sister from their humble beginnings on YouTube. In a candid interview on The Breakfast Club, Chloe dismissed accusations of neglect, attributing the album's poor performance to industry politics. Despite the fact that Chloe attempted to calm her fans with these interviews, people were still outraged at the fact that Beyonce gave no logical excuses for not supporting her. The album itself was nothing short of musical genius, which is why it was quite surprised that it didn't blow up even greater than it did. But the whole thing is just crazy. You would think that the queen of Hollywood would have such an insane level of impact in the music industry that her signees would become an even greater force to be reckoned with. But the craziest thing about all these is that this isn't the first time that Beyonce has been accused of suppressing the growth of other talented artists in the movie industry. A few years back, the internet was ignited with debates over the similarities between Mary's song One Thing and Beyonce's 2003 hit Crazy in Love. Fans and critics alike were so stunned by how similar the two songs sounded that they started raising questions about who truly developed the unique sound that propelled Beyonce to superstardom. And you won't believe one of the narratives that followed. Beyonce stole from a Mary? Mary was a popular singer who was known for her unique voice and innovative style in the early 2000s. With producer Rich Harrison by her side, she released a series of albums that showcased her talent and creativity. However, her ascent to fame was abruptly halted with the emergence of Beyonce onto the scene. Internet detectives and music enthusiasts speculate that Beyonce was backed by influential figures in the industry as she stole some key aspects from Mary's sound, including something called the go-go style of music, which was pretty popular around the time. These rumors started looking even closer to the truth after it was discovered that Rich Harrison, who was not only instrumental in shaping Mary's early career, also worked closely with Beyonce. Fans speculate that Beyonce's collaboration with Harrison was a calculated move to distance herself from Mary and establish her dominance in the industry. Despite claims from Beyonce's fans that Crazy in Love was released before One Thing, questions linger about the true origins of the iconic track's sound and style. Since Beyonce had heard snippets of One Thing before it was released, she might have drawn a little too much inspiration from the track. Further fueling the controversy is the revelation that Harrison had held onto the Crazy in Love beat for years before offering it to Beyonce. While he denies that the song was initially intended for Mary, there are many who believe otherwise. People have even gone so far to point out similarities between Beyonce's and Mary's breakout track. Beyond the incidents with Mary, Beyonce had already gotten into feuds with other female artists such as Azalea Banks, who accused Beyonce of trying to draw inspiration from her. She also claimed that Beyonce takes food out of the mouths of other darker-skinned women and pretend to be inspired by them. But hey, Azalea Banks is known for getting into fights with anyone in a skirt, so that's not entirely surprising coming from her. While Azalea has dragged Beyonce on multiple occasions, she has also admitted that she has taken inspiration from Beyonce in terms of her personality and career. She further revealed that Beyonce is so well-mannered and classy and well-poised, which is a rare quality among most female rappers. Katt Williams' recent digs at Beyonce might be a teaser of what to come in the next decade. Will more details of Beyonce's not-so-clean past come to light? Did Beyonce really pay her way up to the industry? But if there's one thing that remains clear, Beyonce doesn't have a clean slate, and like any other human, she's got her flaws and imperfections. What are your thoughts on this video? Did Beyonce really steal from Mary, or was it all a coincidence? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, then check out this video and subscribe to our channel. Bye!